Good morning, students and friends. This is Mr. Pizititis from Salem classes. So, students, today we are going to discuss about a poem. The name of the poem is The Lavarnam. So, this is for 12th class and second poem. So, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the summary of the poem and also introduction of the poem, as well as we will discuss the full stanza-wise explanation of this poem. So, before beginning of this class, I would like to request you, if anyone is newly watching this video, so please subscribe this channel as well as and share to your friends. If you liked it, so you can like, and if you have any requirement, so please don't forget to comment us. So let's begin. The poem The Lavarnam Talk is written by Ted Hughes. It is about repaying relationship between the laburnum tree and goldfinch bird. There are two objects in this poem. One is the tree. The name of the tree is laburnum, and another one is the bird, which name is goldfinch. Goldfinch. The tree is yellow and silent and death. Okay, silent and death-like, and is made alive by the bird and her young ones. So until unless it was just like a dead tree, but when the goldfinch bird come to the tree, it became just like alive, and it gets full of energy. The tree is yellow, silent, and death like is made alive by the bird and her young ones. The yellow bird has her shelter on the tree where she feeds her young ones, but as soon as the bird leaves to fly in the sky, the tree becomes silent and death like again. Okay, this was the introduction of this poem. So let us look the summary of this poem. So, according to the summary, the poem starts with description of the laburnum tree, whose stalk was still and silent. Its leaf had turned yellow and seed has fallen down. It was a daytime in the month of September when the tree was standing still and had death-like. The lifeless tree became alive by the arrival of the goldfish bird. She came to see her younger ones, who are on the thickness of the branch. The tree is her shelter. She arrives at the end of the branch with the chirping sound. She further moves to the other side of the branch with repeat and precautionary movement like a lizard. As soon as she arrives, her younger ones started chirping like a machine and vibrating and flapping their wings. The death-like tree become alive and tremble and shakes. So before coming of this bird, the tree was just like a silent. It was, it was there just like a lifeless or without having life. But when the bird came and it entered into the branch, And when it reached to her young ones, so suddenly there is a great joy, and there is a great screaming, there is a great shouting. The young ones of the bird, they started to chirping, they started to screaming. Okay, after feeding them, she flies to the other side of the branch. Her dark colored face with the yellow body was barely visible as she vanished behind the yellow leaves, as she flew away in the sky, leaving the free death-like again. So when the bird, it flew away, okay, it flew away from the tree, then the tree again become just like a lifeless tree. So in this way, now we are going to explain the poem stanza wise. Okay, we are going to explain the poem stanza wise. The Laburnum Top poem and explanation. The Laburnum Top is silent, quite still in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seed fallen. So if you have a book, so please open your book and read as I say or I speak the poem. Okay, so then you can understand or you can get experience how to read of it. Laburnum, there is a name of a tree, a short tree with the hanging branches, yellowing flowers, and poisonous seeds. The seed of laburnum tree, that is something poisonous. Okay, that is something poisonous, and as well as the flower is yellow colored, and all its branches that is hanging. In the above line, the poet says that he saw a laburnum tree whose leaves were yellow. Okay, here is the poet describes about the color of the leaves of the tree. The tree stalk is still and silent in the daytime of September month. It is autumn season and all the seeds of the tree had fallen. That was his observation. Whose observation? That is observation of a poet. Okay. The poet has used the word yellow for leaves and sunlight. Okay, the yellow, the meaning, the name of the yellow, that is for both region. Okay, that is for both region. One is used for sunlight and another is used for yellow. Yellow symbolizes silence, death, and beauty. He described the whole sense of the tree with color. So, why it is still. Why he said like this? The color of the leaf just like yellow. Okay, so it is actually before arrival of the bird, goldfinch, it was just like a dead plant. So that is why the color of yellow is symbolized here: silence, death, beauty, etc. So let's look to the second stanza. Till the goldfinch come with a twitching chirp, a suddenness, a straightment at the branch, and then sleek as a lizard, and alert and abrupt. She enters the thickness and machine start of chatterlings and the tremor of winds and thrillings. The whole tree trembles and thrilled. Okay, now you can see that before coming of the bird, how the tree was, but after coming of this bird, how the tree became. So now I can give you something word meaning over here. So as you see that, and you must have to write it also. Okay. So as per the name of a goldfinch, this is a small singing bird with yellow feathers on its wings. Then we can see that twitching, sudden jerk movement, chirp, sound of the bird making a repeated high-pitched sound, that is called, and stelment. Okay, stelment. So feeling of showing sudden shock. Abrupt means that is called. That means there is something. The meaning of this word is rapid. And chattering, to make chattering sound. Chattering means that is the sound of birds. And sometimes we can say that this is the sound of monkeys. So anyhow, but the meaning is sound. Tremor of winds means involuntary vibration of the winds, and trillings, to produce a chirping sound, and trembling, to shake. Trembling means shaking. So when the bird entered to the to the tree, or entered to the tree, there was something shaking. Okay, how it was shaken? Because of the other birds and the thrills, a sudden feeling of excitement. Okay, this was the meaning of word. So that is in that first stanza. A goldfinch bird comes to end the death-like sense of the tree and makes the sudden chirps sound. The bird, while being repeat aloud and percussion like a lizard, side on the branches of the going vibration of winds, making a sound like machine because of movement of the bird and her young ones. The tree starts to shake and thrill. The poet has given two opposite sensories of the tree. The tree first being death-like and still, and then giving life and shelter to bird and her young ones. In this point, first of all, in this stanza, we may see that so before arriving of the bird, the tree was fully silent, and that was just like a death. But when the bird entered over here, and suddenly there began a sound, and that was something loud, as it was coming, as it was reaching, so it started to chirp. Before reaching to the tree, the goldfish also started to chirp, and as he was about to reach, her children also knew that their mommy is coming, and the sake of that reason, they also started to chirp. So that way, that is something The tree is welcoming to the bird. And when it entered, the sound was, extremely sounded there, and the chirping, chattering, everything had happened there. So finally, what happened there? So it was a time. So it fed to its, that young ones. Then after it went back. So after her went back, what happened there? We would like to see that over here. So let me read for you the third stanza. Just you wait. It is the ending of her family. She stalks it full, then thrust out a branch and showing her barred face identity mask. So the word meaning is here. First out, lead on to. First out means lead on to. And a stroke to add fuel to the engine. Barred means stripy. So this was the word meaning. And we see the laburnum tree and the goldfish bird is the engine of her family. She provides food to her young ones and moves to the other branch, and her dark colored striped face is visible as her body is yellow colored and hides behind the yellow leaves of the tree. Then with Aris addict whistle, chirp, whispering, she launches away toward the infinite, and the laburnum subside to empty. So here is the meaning. Eric wild and strange, or whistle, chirp of gentle whisper like the chirping of bird. Subside. This is the meaning of diminishes. After reaching the end of the branch, the bird makes a sweet chirping sound, just like whispering, and flies away toward the infinite sky. It again makes the laburnum tree silent and death-like. So it is coming and feeding to its young ones, and after having her feeding, it also suddenly went to the sky. Then after what happens there? So suddenly it happens, the tree becomes like the same way as it was there. The laburnum top literary device. We may look about the literary device as I tell you the literary devices. Please, you hear it very carefully. And also, if you have notebook, just you have to, that you have to note it down. So number one, alliteration. Alliteration means a repetition of a consonant sound at the beginning of two or more consecutive words. The instances of alliteration in the poem are as follows: September and sunlight. Okay, and tree trembles. Then here we may see another device is called simile. Okay, comparison between two things using like or as sleek as a lizard. So actually, before entering to the examination, final examination, I would like to give you something about simile and what is rhyming scheme and what is repetition, alliteration. Now all the things metaphors. So just according to the poem I'm telling you, but when the time of examination will come, I will detail. I will give you the notes and I will make for you another video. So, but according to the poem, you need to understand it. Now we may see the metaphor. An indirect comparison between two things. Generally, a quality is compared. So, two things are compared over here. One is the tree and another is a bird. She entered the thickness and machine start up. The noise created by the movement of the bird is compared to the machine's noise. It is the engine of our family, showing a bird face identity mask. So this was the metaphor of this poem. So this is the comparison word, and as the number 4, the personifications, attribution of personal nature characteristics to something non-human. The whole tree trembles and thrills. There is a personification that is about a tree, and that what is the tree and how the tree react. Then transferred epithet. So the figure of speech where the above adverb is transferred to another noun, her bird face identity mask. So these are 5 the poetic device. So keep it in your mind. And in this video lecture, I gave you introduction, summary, explanation, as well as poetic device. So these 4 things you have to remind it, and if it is possible, so you can write it in your notebook also. Thank you. May God bless you.